The questions come up a time or two why we don't come down here to the end of this street and fish. This is Tuindui State Park here, the old cabin from 1774 back there. No, I can't. Anyway, you can see the roof. We was here at night the other night. Okay, we're barricaded off. You know, the street ends here. What, as I remember, was ferry access here. If I remember right, that's been a long time ago. It's posted, and now we have barriers here. You know, to go down in that section, you know, it's posted. I'm going to respect private property. I didn't like people invading my property, and I'm not going to do that either to somebody else. But anyway, you can see that this section here is overgrown. Bushwhacking. There's some big rocks, big chunks of concrete debris put in here to stop erosion over the decades, millennia, whatever. Ankle breaking, leg breaking, probably full of snakes. So we're not going to bushwhack down in through here. I'll tell you can see the Canadian wildfire smoke everywhere. Everything is really hazy, really smoky looking, and you can smell it in the air. We were planning on going fishing this evening again, and we might. We'll see when the time comes. But anyway, here's why we don't come down here. That's the Canal River. Right out there is the Ohio. This is why, you know, we're posted over there where there's access, and then we have this overgrown stuff here. Today we're looking for a replacement reel. My trusty old Zebco. God, I don't know even where this is for all of her stuff, her items. Where do you begin to look? My trusty old Zebco I've had probably since 2010 or thereabouts. There's a Dremel. No, it's an engraver. Never mind. There are no reels in here. Odds and ends stuff. Broke. I'll put a picture of it up here. The last I knew, those were in a bag kind of like that. Gemini. Perhaps? Nope. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, let me look here. My old Zebco finally broke. This is why I've been big on Zebco all these years. They've lasted years generally, until we got into that rusting thing that went on with their bells. So we'll be back. And I found them. The one I'm after is a platinum. I got some old ones here. An old 202. An old 600. That came on a combo that I got from Miss Abby, but she's got a better reel. She got a micro 33. This one had well, they call these 11s. That one broke on me, or somebody, I can't remember who. That one I need to get going on for catfishing. I need to get that going on. So we got a newer 33. We got an 11 micro. Uh-oh, my phone's going off. Could it be Miss Sonia? Will it light up? Fish brain notification. Somebody caught a fish. Another older 202. And of course what I'm after is going to be the last thing I get. Another older 202. I don't know the age on some of these. Here is a Zebco 2020. Rusted bale. And there it is, the platinum I'm looking for. Told you, last one. So that's what I'm looking for. To replace mine with, I'll put a picture up. The gears finally wore out on my old one. I think I'm going to take this one too, just in case. The moral of this story, don't use these little ones for big fish. Yeah, I know you can't help what you catch. If you could, you would catch big fish all the time, but you know, they do have their limits. So, found it. Want to give a quick update before the GoPro overheats and shuts down. We've got the license for the boat, everything going on for the trailer, and we're not getting it out this year, really. Still got the hitch to put on, got somebody put it on. That's going back in the shop next week. We're waiting for a power steering pump to come in. I can't change it because it's buried way down deep next to the firewall on the bottom side of the motor. Our Ohio license has expired on the 15th of this month, July. And as I said before, we're not renewing them. They're $76.96. Call it $77 a piece now for non-resident. And we're not going to renew for just the next few months of fishing. We're going to get it late winter, early spring, so we got the full summer. With that, so far, the only place we can put this in West Virginia is the river. And the way it's been up and down, not bad flooding, but up and down, trashy, muddy. We're rough, we're not going out. We've had some good days and better days are coming. Yeah, it's going to get to that stinky, greenish color that you so desire for river fishing. It's going to be nice and calm. I don't want to say stagnant, but almost, you know, to that point. So if we're getting this, we are, but it's not a big priority because with our Ohio license going dead, we've lost a lot of our places to go, Tycoon, Dow, and so on. And I'll be honest with you, if I'm catfishing the river, I'd rather do it from the bank. It can get to be a pain in the butt in a boat. It really can. Other fishing is fine, yeah, but catfishing, yeah, I'd rather lake fish for other fish personally. Now, catch anything that bites, like she said last night. But as far as catfishing, I like bank fishing. But anyway, we're getting there. We got a lot of the stuff. We just are in no hurry because, well, you know, with that Ohio license going dead, really severely limited where we can take this. So, all right, I don't know if we're going to go fishing tonight or not. You look at the haze, the smoke. I'll see if I can get a better view again. It's pretty intense. It burns your throat. You breathe out in it long enough, it burns your throat. You can feel it. So we'll see how the evening shapes up. Until then, we'll see. I'm going to do a quick autopsy of this reel that failed last night. The drag clicker is broke, but you can feel it tension up and I don't need the clicker. it doesn't lock into place, and hasn't for a while, and that's all right. I've had this since about 2010 that I can narrow it down. I can tell by the mark on it, and I remember when I got it. KB1, that was just a mark. Anti-theft, anti-confusion. Anyway, the drag, like I said, it doesn't click, no big deal. What was started doing last night, if you reel it in with any stress on it, it would jump gears and wouldn't reel in. I know what that is. Wear inside there. We're going to open this up and look. Open this back. I don't know if you can really see up in there that spiral gear. Hold it up just a little so you can see down on that one at the end of that shaft. Is worn. These are worn. That side gear, they're worn down. Like I said, about 16 years roughly. The drag does not click, and like I said, I can tell by feel about where I want it. Haven't used it for so long. But when you reel it in with any strain, hang on a minute, let me re-equip here. My headlamp batteries are dying. That gear there, there we go, is worn down. The spiral gear up there, would you call that a planetary? I don't know. Is worn, lubricated, always been lubricated. Every winter I'd go through all the equipment, mine and hers both, make sure everything was up, but it just wore down. Anyway, you get a little strain reeling it in, it would start jumping those gears and wouldn't reel in. So no, with no strain, it's fine, of course, but a freewheeling drag and worn gears in there, 16 years that I know of, if not longer. This is why we stay with Zebco. For the most part, these things are bomb-proof. Zebco, 0 Hour Bomb Company. After they went from that in the Cold War, they started making these. Well, not necessarily the Cold War. They transitioned and they're still in business. I don't like that they're made offshore anymore. And you've seen episodes with her bells out here rusting and stuff. Multiple replacements there a couple of 3 years ago, whatever it was. But, you know, they're older stuff, good stuff. And for 16 years of heavy use, a lot of fish caught on this. But there's the autopsy and what's gone wrong. I can live with the drag not clicking. But like I said, last night you get a little strain on it, it would start jumping gears in here. Just wore it out. Many, many years and many, many fishing trips and a lot of fish caught on it. So anyway, that was the deal. And here I've had this platinum for a lot of years. I seen it and I just couldn't resist it. I've got a gold and a platinum, and I wanted to go to the platinum because they're what they are, you know, kind of a collection thing. So we've changed up. It does not have the bait alert, the reverse clicker, but that's all right. You know, this is showing a little wear on it. Like I said, I've had it and I have used it. So we've traded out, and it's time to retire the old 33. So, all right, there was the autopsy. We'll put a picture up of this smoke here. We may or may not go anywhere tonight due to it. You spend enough time out there, it stings the throat and the eyes a little bit. It just, we'll see if the air clears up. But yeah, when you reel it in, it starts jumping gears with any strain. We'll see you later.